Let me double check this mic. Good morning, folks. It's 6:49 a.m. on the 6th day, first month, 2023. And while don't expect me to be very loud in the morning, we have respect in this house now. New couples have moved in. So what I'm looking at here is the day of the good news for Western Australia, where you're about to go through a bit of a dry period, and those waters are going to run finally. Things will start to abate, water-wise being added. But it's not any consolation for the Northern Territories, which is about to cop another round. This is an interesting bubble up. So with it, I'm going to use it as an example of how to learn about pressure. See, I'm just going to put it on something easier to look at. Temperature usually is pretty easy to look at. Right, you see these lines, the white ones, but that didn't make it easier for you. Maybe humidity will. Okay, that's a little easier to see. This is your humidity. What's floating around up there? Or what can you shock together to make the droplets and EMF them onto particles and get them to the ground? Or with natural conditions. You had a CME today hit right here. Didn't I say the other day they had to do a big beam to move the storm in a certain direction? Right? And didn't I say, so we'll have a solar flare that day? Yeah, I've watched them messing with that stat for a very long time. Yeah, I'm probably the only person out there that predicts CMEs based on needing to have a big beam to do a weather plan. Yeah, excuse me, I'm moving something on the floor. So, yeah, so that tells me I'm understanding how they do it. Right, with a bubble spits, right? A tendril will come off, and then one of them swallows it, and you'll end up with a toe. And there's always volatility while that's going on between these low numbers fighting each other to join each other or to equalize or reach equilibrium. Hey, there's the bird head shape. There you go. Flintstone's car. You see how they interact with the bubbles, right? This one will come off in the smalls and another until this all equalizes. But this is craziness. EMF is holding these apart. For all intents and purposes, they should join each other. It's only one tick away. See? And this is a bit odd. This should reach toward that. High goes toward low. Why is low moving toward high? Right? That's being forced. That's an odd movement of pressure. See, I look at a lot of things with geoengineering, and I could tell a lot by this. I let them know where the bubble up is, or when this thing goes back and forth here, the high down here, it creates suction or pressure changes that'll pull things up. And when it's pulling it up here, things will come through the straight here. And until then, you're blocked. That's it. That's be Monday your time. Right? And this is just humidity. And it's going to be sticky. It's going to be very sticky there on Monday night through here. This is going to be, you'll be wanting to open windows and watch out for the mosquitoes. You might be time to invest in a mosquito net to keep around your bed at night, so you have a place to sleep safely. It's logical to have. Those are your humidities anyhow. All right, let's go with your forecast predators for the next few days, and I'm going to just jump off here. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but it's just not going away. Whatever clown. Yeah, I remember the time I got stuck in London. Yeah, and I had to ask for help to get home. You ever have your card skimmed on a bus and somebody steal all your money? I hope it never happens. Why do people got to bring up everything when you're trying to give information to somebody you respect? Ugh. Yeah. Why don't you guys keep reminding me of every bad thing that happened to me in my life? So I have to wonder, what the fuck have I done wrong to deserve this? What have you done right to deserve all my free forecasts? You should be asking yourself. That's right. I saved a lot of lives. I remember the time. I saved a lot of lives all across this country for an entire year while catching abuse from people that don't use their real name on the internet. I saw an upsetting comment this morning. But when people don't even do their own videos and use their own name, it's just a troll to me. Real people have a real name you can contact them with. Right, so even the government come here, talk to me. What are you talking about? I say, yeah, I have a real problem. You want to go to court with this? I can present all my evidence the way I want to do it. and not being led by a politician, one of the many ticks. Yeah, it's okay. And you guys just watch it come across the country. Right there, what I said it was going to go. Right here, where the chemtrails say it's going to go. Right where the chem says it's going to go. That's just how that works. I'll put some boundaries in. Since they don't have no boundaries, I'll show them. So it's right across the state line through here is where your main corridor is going to be. You'll see a split in the flow right about here. Right? That's going to bring it down in the line. There's the chem bomb line. This is going to nudge that. This is going to come across here and pop that. And when it does, it's going to trigger some torrential downpours. Doesn't that look like that military type deployment where they come across in a line and put something off on the sides? Does to me. And they do swirly bits when the wings go through them after they do them. Remember, I showed you those films of the plane with the flares going off. Yeah, we'll put a lot of stuff in flares. Those are just all bombs going across there. And this is going to nudge that. Bam. It's going to cook it into that corridor. It's going to hem it with this chem that's moving here. That's picking up moisture or whatever. Ions or whatever is happening to it. Trigger the light. And the main corridor of Wantons is right on the state line. Right down through here. So all this chem here in this line is fueling up what's going to come over the next few days through here as it makes its way toward Queensland. And Queensland's going to have a rough time coming. Your boiling down here is looking good. I'm telling you, I want nothing but good for this area here. They've had too much, but to say that they've suffered more than any other part of Australia is to not talk about all the other suffering that went on and is ongoing now. Not, the pictures of the horses on the bridge before the bridge went with a guy on it. Those horses can cross rivers and all, but is it anything like this? When the river's going across land that has fences and things in it, those are like nets in the ocean that indiscriminately kill species that we love while we're trying to get the species to eat that is wanted. Dolphins getting caught in that come to mind. So keep that in mind when you think about some things. Right, a lot of bombs going off over here at Port McCreary. This one's going this way, this one's going that way. It means you're spinning on the low deck right down here. So you're just starting to spin. You had to. There was two systems meeting there. This should spin, but because they've angled it sideways, like if this was straight down this wind, that would spin. Because it's going this way, its momentum's going to join. It's like merging with traffic. This is your on-ramp. If it merged straight in, you'd have a crash, and the crash would turn the car. Well, the crash will turn when you bump things with masses of things. Let's say cloud bumping cloud. Yet the one that moves the most in one direction influences the one other crasher the most, just like real life. So this one's just joining like an on-ramp, which is good. Because if it spun off here, a secondary low, because of that, you're in trouble. It looks like the low is spinning here. So it's going to kick some stuff into Sydney. It's going to kick some stuff well inland. If they turn these microwaves off, you're going to get showers. I'm waiting for it. Actually looks like only a thin line right now where any kind of storms can really form that are of any interest to me. Or that'll disrupt traffic things. As they want your vehicles stuck, broken, roads absolutely destroyed. They lost another bridge, a big one, an important one. And I mean, when I say they're lost, I mean they're gone. That's where you ain't no road going from one side to the other anymore. When I say the bridge is gone, that's what I mean. I don't mean there's water rushing across it. I mean it is gone. You go from here to here, you're going to have to do a Dukes of Hazzard, yeehaw kind of jump. Right? Smokey and a Bandy, but to set your ramp up. So I say get your supplies. Are you ready? I have a feeling they go to the local mom and pops. Did you ever write down the phone number of the people that own the local store? I bet they'd be happy to sell you stuff from their car. So you do this. You go find out. Leave your number at their business so they call you. Please don't let mom and pop go out of business from a geoengineered storm. Don't give up your land. They may take your house away, but the land underneath it belongs to you. Don't give it. If they say you don't rebuild, good. You don't get my land either. right? Until you tell me I can rebuild. Nobody builds. Only people be building in a bird nest and animals. And build what they need. Right, so this is a strange move going on here. Looks like they're making it the second law right here at Tennant's Creek. You see how they draw it with chem? Bomb, 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 bomb. To make it look like a law. And if the temperatures are correct, it'll spin the direction they want. This is spinning high. See, this is spinning in a high direction. Let me play it again. See that? It's going counterclockwise. In this hemisphere, there's high pressure. Or anti-cyclone. Underneath, this low here is spinning cyclonically. When all's told me, it's going to generate some hellacious electricity and rain. Bzzz, getting fried, Strayus style. What do we got here going on? Some bomb, 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 and the bomb, 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 bomb. Bumping here. See the nudge? See the flat end punching that? Pow! So that influence happens like I was describing coming off the coast. It's fairly the same thing. It's just bumping things. And EMF is used to do it. Pow. See the square edge? This is not a naturally occurring storm. These conditions are absolutely being forced by man-made means. You got nothing. Okay, Tassie. New Zealand. I can't get a good screen with you on it. But you got a couple good people to cover the weather there. I don't feel I have to. This is coming your way. This is going to come down here, down the coast. She's going to ride this. And she's coming here. She's going to ride like this. Yeah. Don't worry about this one. There's almost no way it can make it in. This is like a blocking ridge. They would call it, in the States, they would say, oh, we got a blocking ridge. The storm can't come in from the Atlantic. Well, there's your blocking ridge. It ain't going to make it past this. All this is coming out to meet it. So coming through here, they're boiling up a big one. Absolute big one. It's real hard to see. There you go. As it goes through the birthing canal, you have cyclones over here. Right? I've often called this the uterus, because this is where they birth so many storms, popping chem bombs into it here and there, in predictable locations where they're needed to continue this going through all the various eddies and flows go on in these islands, the various Venturi effects. Every time one of these goes past an island, it changes the winds a bit. And one part of it might hit this and catch a wind while this one's still blocked. You start to pick up what I'm saying, but there's a lot of bombs going off, fueling this. See all the chemtrails in here? And this storm is, you might as well say this is the day a new cyclone is born. Because this is, they're making it now. This is being made. They, the geoengineers. The topic we're talking about. Just love it when people go that. It's being fueled by bombs. This whole thing. Right, the birthing of this storm is being fueled by chem bombs. And when these two meet, it's going to truck on to the east. These two are going to swallow and go this way, and you're going to have some dry times. Mimic is it's a no-show because of them having a CME. I could probably show you the CME. They said they had one. Should be right here. All right, let's look at the solar flare. They're going to say we had an X flare. It's going to be on this 48-hour video. See if we can pick it up. Oh, yeah. She definitely did. You see all those disruptions? I don't know which one hit. That's the solar wind hitting the satellite. Poof. That's jostles the camera. Anytime you jostle the camera, it's something that's occurred in space. Hey, just something bumps into it. Somebody up there floating, ain't holding the camera lens. Now, these are stationary, geostationary. I'm not sure what Lagrange point this one's parked in. I'd have to log a spot where its orbit is very stable between the Earth and the Sun. We got 4 of them. Yeah, we definitely got wrecked, and I don't see it. This is the part I don't see. I'm not seeing the flare itself yet. So I'm looking at all the major units around the time it happened. It has to be up in the... Wow, look at the magnetic storm going on. Yeah, going on up here. Fucking hell, it's a hell of a rock. I don't see it. I'm gonna go to the X-ray. Hang on. Give me a minute. Let's go to the X-ray image. So we just look at X-rays. Fucking hell, that's a hell of a shot. That's going to cause a lot of disruptions on our planet. If it did that to that, it's definitely rocked the atmosphere. Just where's the flare? I don't see it. I've yet to see an X flare here. All I see is a moving camera. Nah, I'm not buying it. Sorry, I see a lot of lies being told with statistics, and that's one of them. You don't jostle the outside frame of a picture and not forget to put a flare on it. They forgot to add the flare. Where's Rick when you need him? Rick Flair, the nature boy. Woo! Comes the bad weather for Queensland. You're looking at it on the 10th. Mid-afternoon, she crosses the line as she inundates, saturates, frustrates. It's going to be a long weekend up there. But, you know, it's that time of year. You know, you're going to get those monsoon rains and coming about the 12th. They're going to spring you up across the hole. But it ain't going to last for you there. So that's why I said you're going to get a break finally in some of these areas, and you well need it. And that's what I would love to tell you the most. Is the good news will come for you, but not right yet. And all the talking on those is about fire seasons. So make sure you clear up any of this stuff that's just laying in the wood. You got bonfire piles laying everywhere across Australia from these floods right now. Yeah. If you don't backburn something, it's going to go bad. It's laying all on your forest floors. It's laying in unpredictable places you're not used to it sitting. Yeah, you got to clear that. Your fire hazard is high. As these chemtrails here, they burn very well. I call them fire accelerants. They can accelerate a fire, make it burn hotter, because they're nanometallics, very, very small. Very, very small pieces of metal burn very quickly. Under many ways to make them burn. Chemical reaction, microwave reaction, and heat. Get a spark going, and man, they go fast. So you got a lot of bombs still fueling this here off the coast of Brumanet, Port Hedland today. Here you go. Look at this. Microwaves, moving storms your way. Boom! I think it's 7 o'clock. It's 07:07. Just looked at the clock. And if you don't like geoengineering, we got something in common. I was reading something interesting last night and dove into this a bit. It's just something that kind of blew my mind. I never really gave it no thought. We don't know the speed of light because what we measure is a return journey. You measure if it goes out and comes back, how long did that take? Nobody knows if it's faster going one direction than the other. So therefore, the speed of light is flawed in all mathematical formulas. And even Einstein knew this. Yet it's been greatly debated through the years. You ever heard that one? That's one for your head, isn't it? Yeah, they measure something going here, then how long did it take to get back? Now, they had one where they launched it here, and it measured here, and it measures here for emission points. It's very, very interesting. It's a very debated thing, so that's something cool for you to think about today. Right? How fast is light go faster one direction than the other? I think it does. Most things have compression, decompression factor, or moving towards something is usually faster. Otherwise, the light would just be there. Right? It wouldn't move. Photons are moving. So, yes, Bill Gates' logo is evident for your storm here, and the pretzels are being made in the sky. Get the S knuckles. Face in the clouds, laying on its side. I'm tired of this. It's not coming in very clear. Right, we'll go back to this then. Let's get you some of your accumulations over the next 24 and 36 hours. Still very, very high coming through here. Right, so this ain't over yet, but you got good news coming. And over the 5s, it's going to get really high. And this is about the time the Queensland side of this is going to kick in. Get off it here. I don't want to see it. Right, now the 10s. You got lucky. I said we're going to watch for the beams, always. You ain't so lucky here. This is on. Absolutely on. 20 centimeters is on. That's a general call through here that I'm absolutely going to agree with. The possibilities of it being a little higher are there because they're trucking stuff this way. But if the beam, let's say, goes a little more to the east, more water is going to come this way than is intended. So the beam's really got to hug this coast when it happens, and when it does, it's going to force a lot of stuff in all at once. And that's all going to be how quickly do they want to merge this with this to make it have this. And Fiji on the 10s is flooded. You are. So let's get prepared for that. I kind of can see that coming. And it'll get worse because some of these tendrils here are very, very, very big. You get lucky when they turn a tendril down like this and it heads this way. Yeah, they've nearly stepped the river here and moved it through the Amazon, through beam here. Right, everything here is coming back out, and they're actually raining it into the Amazon. So the Amazon's actually getting its water and not giving as much out. So this is actually moving this way, and usually it moves this way. So it's going to get interesting as they chop that up. If it comes this way, it comes toward us, right? If they hit beams out here correct enough, that'll just go past you, and nobody gets this water. It'll just keep circulating. Probably drop it on here. You get it warm and drop it somewhere. Help melt some ice before winter starts. Yeah, you got to melt as much as you want for your statistics. You know, statistics they use to sell stuff are like 4 out of 5 dentists say blah blah. And where's the 5th and what did he say is never ever provided. Exactly. So we deserve full statistics. And huge belts of rains through Angola, Zambia, and Mozambique, and all that was well in order. They even EMF blast this just a little bit. This river's moving out. But to get this to hit the Amazon properly, they keep it down below the shoulder of the elephant ear here. I always thought this looked like an elephant, and I always looked like its ear. Yeah, right. Oh, that's the elephant ear. And so when it comes under the ear, it usually hits here. When it comes up here, it usually goes to the United States. Right, so when the flow is down here like this, you can count on it. You can pretty much going true into South America. There's no big island or anything out here that re-aim it. They need ships to do it out here. Yeah, the total's extremely, extremely high. So we're going to be greatly vigilant watching this. So let's have a look at who's crapping it now. Sorry, I'm already at it. You're not out of the woods, Fitzroy Crescent yet, but you will be. Your whole weather, just to look at this, is all bomb. When you see that trident look, the Mercedes-Benz symbol, so to speak, you know you've got chem bombs. 1 deployed, 3. Oh gosh, my back hurt. This chair. Yeah, my new one broke. It's in a box over here waiting to be picked up. I'm watching this line here, actually. This is a quite dangerous line coming in off the ocean that's going to impact them. It'll lose some of its energy when it hits that. Oh, they're pulsed it. It's a pulsation. They just turned your radar on and on. Womp. They're a bunch of womp rats, man. Womping the skies. Womping the skies for wampum. And those beams are still hard on. And Emerald is fueling this. You just got a lot of small cells moving. That's nothing really huge. And these will be packing some hail to them, but it's nice to see, actually. I mean, do I get a break for one day? Let's see what they put around it. There's no current big bombs going off here, so you might be having a quiet night. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, nothing major headed your way down here tonight. It's fantastic. There's a bit of stuff going to impact Sydney and stuff, and this chem that's coming up here is going to nucleate some showers and stuff. But it's the only spot that got it. That's great. You could catch a few tickles through here, some storms tonight, and through here. That's about the only spots anything can come through. And all I'm doing here now is reading these glitches, they call them, the microwave popcorn clouds. The road Kimba, and he must want a little bit of water on somebody's farm. Yeah. That could be just a geoengineering move to help one person, which is very selfish for everybody else. A lot of chem coming across the corner. Look at that triangle right there. Changing. Oh, God. With a little dot in the center of the triangle. Little dot in the center of the triangle in the opposite direction. I say we've got a chem bomb. Chem bomb. I'm going to cheer myself up. I'm going to snap out of this. I'm going to eat successfully today. Chem storm going this way and that. Go this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen the clouds go this way while going that? That thing's spreading like butter in two directions at once. And bombs on the edge. See them right? I seen them from way out there. I know the look. That's the look of when the gas chamber comes to you. This is geoengineering. Song-wise, I just don't feel it. Just don't feel it. Am I running still? Deliberately being done to kill livestock. That is one reason, is the cattle, but it's the land under the cattle. If they wanted you to kill just cattle, they could do it with a gas. You just one night, hey, look what happened. Something must have happened. There must be some new blah blah that we can sell you blah blah, so we can keep blah blahing. Right? The whole blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. You know, Mars attacks kind of a world. But instead of Mars, it's the government. Sometimes I wonder if the government's from Mars. And they've stolen the space modulator. And they deployed it, but there was no earth-shattering kaboom, you know. Where's the kaboom? Because some wascally wabbit keeps taking it. And we have got to remain wascally. We must not allow Marvin the Martian to obtain his space modulator. I picked up that there's a triangle again. Here she goes. So, right, have I given you enough? Are you happy with your forecast for tonight? Now, if you find my work of value, you may support it at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Give you a quick roll of New Zealand now, because they're about to have a really wicked time. So, there you go, my Wanoa. Told you so, by the way. Okay, Richmond and them are about to get their moment. And it's the beginning of a new event. That's not the main. I'm going to do you some jumps now. Show you what's coming. It's in tendrils. When they split them like this is going to be waves of nudges. Boom, boom. They don't know where this storm's going to hit. No, they don't. They keep shifting it. 1 or 2 degrees can bring the moisture here or here. If it comes up this way, you guys get it. If it comes down this side, you guys get it. This is a very volatile situation. Keep your heads up over here. Yeah, this ain't over yet. They can't make their minds up. Yeah. This is a strange move. I am very worried now that they are going to dry you out and fire you. Very worried now because the setup is changing. You know, most of all the moisture's now been diverted. Almost all of it's being perverted. You know, changed from what it should normally be. Oh my, yeah, the whole sack is pouring in. This isn't good. Yeah, they're bringing that in. You guys gonna get it bad. Rio de Janeiro, I have a feeling your slums are being cleared out. Yeah, this is gonna be a devastator. Yeah, this is gonna kill. This storm will kill in Rio de Janeiro within 10 days. What a shame. And I see these things coming and it still happens. At Colombia, it'll be safe living here. It's safe in Panama. It's safe here. There's nowhere is safe for geoengineering, you know. Nowhere. At all. Near Panama City. Nicaragua, Honduras, and Ecuador and all these things you think is so safe. They're not. None of them are. The only convenience about here is being able to live outside the United States and still cross a border every 3 months to keep legal. Here's Ecuador. Somebody saying, oh, you should live in Ecuador. No. They get sprayed too. That's not going to be a good time for them. And that tendril up here can be on top of them. It's like I said, we watch these conditions very closely. All I do is tell you, get prepared. What does prepared mean? You got maps? Do you know how to get places? What's your town emergency plan? What's your family emergency plan? Where's your meeting place? What do you do if you get separated? Have these things in place. That's what these are for. And you ain't got your flood insurance by now. In some places, you're going to have to do some heavy shopping to get it. I'm serious. Make sure you got the one that comes from under the floor, as well as one that comes from above. One's leaky pipes, one's a flood, and they'll get you on this. Did the water come from under the floor? Oh, that's different. Make sure you get that right insurance. Yeah, I'm hearing. I know they'll anything they could use to keep from paying you, they'll use. And something came along in the line and did one of those stitches, zippery, goddamn skies, and I'm getting upset. So New Zealand, you've got a time coming. United States, you're gonna get a bit of a break up here, which is kind of nice to see, but it's not so good for North Kakalaki. And if this happens, the temperatures get cold, you get lucky you didn't get an ice storm. Some people are actually. Yeah, I think we're going to have an ice storm in North Carolina. You got an ice storm coming. Get ready. Get your batteries. Get your blankets. Get your kerosene. You ain't going to run out of heat. Yeah, you're going to have a bit of an ice storm. It's going to be a bad event. There's a big travel corridor there. Oh, let's just do that on the weekend. They're in love with a chem bomb. Oh, fuck. And with the blast abomination shown, and as the storm moves towards the east, the chem bombs awaited to give it a feast. They fed it to go here. Right here. This is the food for a storm. These. Well, it's cyclone seasonings, for a better word. And all y'all got smashed. And well, it's not even New Year's Eve, and you got smashed. And with that said, with that done, go out and enjoy the nice weather, if you've got it, and have some fun. Big love. Peace.